This video is brought to you by Drone Mask. More about them later in the video. Okay, so we're checking out another camera drone on this video. So this is a new company, one that has been on the channel before, LYZRC. And the model here is the L800 PRO2. So I never reviewed the original L800 Pro that came out maybe a year and a half ago, I think, from some of the reviews I've seen. This is a model that I don't think a lot of people have done reviews on. This is a GPS camera drone, obviously something like a DJI, whatever, but it's more like a toy grade, but not quite toy grade. It's something in between. It's fairly budget in terms of the price. It's about $150 for the configuration that I've got. And for that amount of money, it comes with a 3-axis gimbal, which is kind of rare. It says it has a 4K camera, but I think it's only 1080p. It's a little, we'll find out here later in the video. It's a little confusing the way that they list out the specs on the product page, but you can check the link down in the description if you want to look at all the specs. I'm not going to go over every single one. Do a quick unboxing here. Obviously comes in a nice little case, and then we'll take it out to somewhere to fly and get some video footage and see how it does. So let's open this up first. So there's a little pocket here in the front with a zipper. Obviously comes with this sticker on here telling what it is. The case is not bad, for a $150 drone. It's a pretty nice bag. Got some foam in here. We got a zipper pocket with looks like some manuals and some accessories, spare props. So here's the controller. Yeah, definitely feels toy grade in terms of the plastics and the gimbals. And yeah, it looks like it has an internal battery. Got a little flip up holder here for their phone. So it's obviously one of those Wi-Fi type of GPS drones. So we got an extra battery here. It looks like this is the 2 battery version. So it's a 7.4 volt, about 3000 milliamp hours. So it's like a 2S battery, and it has a built-in charger port right here, micro USB for charging. So here's the drone itself. Got some plastic here. So here on the top, it looks like there's a little panel you can pop out. So there's another version that you can get for obstacle avoidance. You can actually put a module on here, and it has a laser obstacle avoidance sensor. This model doesn't have that, so obviously I'm not going to be able to test that in this video. Got some folding props, nice little tiny brushless motors. This feels like it's about the size of a Mavic Mini. Let's see how much it weighs. I'll show you that here in a second. Some basic folding arms to fold out. Like so, I think you have to fold out the front ones first, and then the back ones. And the gimbal cover has just popped off. So here's what it looks like unfolded, and this one is the second battery. It's in the drone already. Here's what it looks like unfolded. Interestingly, it says here GPS drone HD camera on this arm. And then here is the 3-axis gimbal. So pretty unprecedented to get something like this in a $150 drone. And it is shock mounted, so it should have a pretty stable video, assuming the gimbal works correctly. It says the camera is an f2.5 aperture with a 108-degree field of view. And it looks like if you're on this side, you have a micro SD card slot, obviously for recording your video, and you have a small sensor. It looks like a camera, the bottom sensor on the bottom for like probably for like maintaining the height is what I'm thinking. That's probably not for obstacle avoidance. Here's what the inside looks like without the battery. All right, so here's what a drone weighs with the battery flying weight. So it's not under 250 grams. It felt really light, but it is not as light as the Mavic Mini. Okay, so for the rest of the stuff that's in the bag, you get spare propellers, of course, with a screwdriver, and a USB cable. That's for charging the batteries, and that is micro USB. It doesn't come with a power brick. So there's one manual here for the app. It has a QR code to where you can download the app, and that's English on one side. The other side is in Chinese. And it looks like this is like the main manual, but the whole thing is in Chinese. So yeah, no English manual. I probably forgot to put it in the bag. But I suppose you could use like Google Translate with your camera phone and figure it out. That's probably what I'm going to have to end up doing. But yeah, most of these things are fairly straightforward to figure out. So we'll figure it out as I'm just going to go ahead and take it out to the field and just go and fly it and see what happens. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so before we fly this, let's take a quick look at the remote controller again and the buttons. So this is a return to home button. GPS button turns GPS on and off. This is the on and off button to turn the controller on and off. This one here is compass calibration. If you need to do compass calibration, you press the button and then do the spinning of the drone. Gyro calibration button, put the drone on flat on the ground and hit that and it'll calibrate the gyro. And this button here locks and unlocks the drone, and then you have your battery indicator here. Buttons on top. Video and photo button is right here. So short press to switch modes and then long press to start and stop. You have a speed dial here, so basically just adjust your rate up and down. And then on this side you have your headless mode button here, and then this one here moves the gimbal up and down. Alright, so we got 13 satellites. Okay, so we have 12 satellites on the transmitter. Let's go ahead and take this off. There's a strong wind coming from that direction. I have to be careful here. Throttle up. This wind's kind of crazy. And so you can see a tree over there, how much wind there is. It's drifting a little bit, backwards. Move it away from the tree. So the altitude goes up and down quite a bit. And I think that's affected by the wind. I think there's probably like a barometer in there that's doing that, and the wind is messing with the altitude control. If you're low to the ground like this, it's gonna, and with the wind, it's gonna be bobbing up and down, but it's not too bad considering the price. All right, that's a pretty stiff wind. Record some video. Alright, there we go. An idea. So I'm pointing kind of in the direction of the sun here. Oh, this is the yaw around. So the gimbal's working fairly well. Check out those trees behind me. That's how windy it is. Pretty crazy. And the wind's erratic too. It's kind of going like, it's coming from that direction, from behind it, and then it shifts to the side. But the video looks fairly stable in the video feed. Let me turn the gimbal all the way down. Let's see if it can go all the way down to the ground. Almost pointing straight down. Let's see, how far is that? Not quite straight down. Wow, it is. That wind is making the drone go up and down. I'm a little reluctant to keep flying in this wind. It's pretty nuts. Might have to fly this another day. Let's get a little bit of footage of me in the video. Alrighty. Alright, let's move that gimbal back up, or the other way. I'll move up a little higher. Let's see here. Saying we're at, well, the stats on the screen aren't showing the vertical or horizontal distance. So definitely some software glitches. Let me just stop that video and let's take some photos. And take another photo. So the video quality looks pretty much more in line with the price point of this drone. Really nothing that special. And then you can see the dynamic range of the sensors. Not that good. When you're pointing it in the sun, the ground turns all dark. And we'll just go ahead and start some video up again. And let's just take in the scenery one more time all the way around. I may have to do another flight later because it is flying kind of erratically, but I think it's almost all due to the wind, and it's doing the best it can. Alright, let's bring it down. And let's stop the video. So now a message from the sponsor of this video, Drone Mask. Drone Mask is an FPV goggle accessory for your DJI camera drones and other camera drones. If you're looking for an FPV-like experience from your camera drones, Drone Mask is definitely an accessory you want to check out. The unique lens of Drone Mask gives you an immersive experience that gives you 4 times the resolution of your normal screen. Additionally, the design of Drone Mask blocks out all light, so you have a completely immersive experience. Also, the goggle has a very wide opening. It can be used with or without your glasses, and the part that touches your face is a very soft cloth, so it's very comfortable to wear. So if you fly camera drones often and are looking for an FPV-like experience, be sure to check out Drone Mask. The link will be in the video description, and we thank Drone Mask for sponsoring this video. Show you a little bit of line of sight. So that's full stick forward there, and you can see it drifts downwards as I do full stick forward. Do that again. I'm a little higher now. It's not doing it as much, but it's still kind of coming down a little bit. That's the max speed into the wind. Let's go ahead and switch the rate here. So there's 3 rates. Yeah, so this is, okay, so that was in the first rate. Let's bring it back. Alright, so this is the second rate. This is the third rate, so you get 3 beeps. End of the wind. And you see it kind of going, drifting down. It doesn't crash, but wow, it is. Whew, it is windy. Yeah, let's start some video recording again here. I'm going to fly it around in the third rate, just line of sight, and see how the video looks, because it's quite quite herky-jerky. Yeah, it's definitely struggling in the wind, so I'm going to go ahead and end the flight here. Alright, so a little less windy day today. I want to give this a try with a return to home and see how that works, but that's the last thing I want to test. Alright, I've got GPS lock. Let's go ahead and take it off. Alright, it is drifting around a little bit. Not too bad. Just bring it back here. There's a little bit of wind coming from that direction, so seems okay. And I still don't have any. Okay, so I have height and distance information now. Let's take it up a little bit here. Alright, it says about 9 meters. Go up about 10 meters up. And I'll push it away. Okay, let's see how the video looks. Alrighty, it's all looking pretty nice. Bring that gimbal down a little bit. Alright, so about 45 meters away, 20 meters high, and let's hit the return to home button. Let's see what happens. Alright, assuming it's turning around, it's going backwards. Looks like it's coming back. Alright, coming back. And it's not above me, it stops, but it's not over where I am. And it's coming down. It's, wow, it's a good, oh, it's a good 20 meters away from me. So the GPS accuracy is not so good. Let's see if I take over here. Let's hit the return to home button again. Okay, so if you hit it again, that'll disable it. So yeah, it's a cheap model. The return to home is not so accurate. It was about 20 meters away. You saw that, how far away it was. And so it's like right next to me, and then the distance meter is saying that it's 4 meters high and 26 meters away. So the GPS is definitely not locked very good at all. Alright, so that's all I wanted to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Talk to you guys later.